Liv Morgan gonna win the women's Money in the Bank this year, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You don't believe that.
Liv Morgan to do, man. You want her to?
I want her to beat competition. That's what I want. He hasn't been convincing at all. She was getting her ass beat by Becky Lynch, ass beat by Rhea Ripley.
Becky Lynch had to cheat to beat her. They literally bring that up in the story. No, come back here. No. You not finna rain on my Liv Morgan parade, dog.
Let's move on.
No, we not moving on. No.
Y'all ain't see that. Y'all ain't see that.
Homie, I'm leading the way. DG on top. How about you keeping the lane? Lead them away. I don't feel my ops. Better with me, I'ma stay. Kick up my feet on the plane. Homie, I'm leading the way.
Oh man. This is gonna be a real smooth and quick and easy. Not really quick and easy, but we're gonna have a fun day today. We're gonna have a fun time. At least I think we're gonna have a fun time. Devin always on demon time, so you never know what you're gonna get out this man. Violence, anger, because you know when the violins play,
the violins start.
Man, where do we begin? First off, I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I retweeted something on Instagram. Wow. I retweeted something on X, formerly known as Twitter. And long story short, one of my retweets was a guy with the meme, Michael Jordan. It was LeBron James, and he went on to say, "Hey, this is watch wrestling online." Pretty much stuttering and stopping every 5 minutes. That was my experience watching AEW last night. So World's End was a struggle to watch. It was skipped on and off. So for me to give you a really in-depth match type of style, it's going to be close to impossible. So I'm actually rewatching all of it, but we do have the results for you guys. And Devin, was there a problem for you watching AEW last night?
I had some issues, but I pretty much know what I need to know from World's End.
Right? Yeah. I mean, and that's the what is happening here?
See, you said I was gonna be on here all mean and demon time, so I'm over here smiling. Man, why you smiling?
Because I just be like, all right, I'm about to explain something to this man. This dude broke. He can't afford $50.
He came in, he was like, so I couldn't really watch World's End, but I promise you I know what happened.
It's like I promise you, like we're a trustworthy source. We're trustworthy sources here. But it was unfortunate how AEW World's End, how I was able to watch AEW World's End. But I did get the gist of it. I did actually see the ending, and we got a decent amount to talk about. We're not gonna go full-fledged into it because, like I said yesterday, it ain't gonna be much of a review today. Me and Devin just gonna be talking about wrestling and just having a little fun, man. Because I feel like we stopped doing that. I feel like we just went straight to reporting and arguing and yelling at each other when we could have fun and arguing and yelling at each other instead. You feel that?
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. One thing I wasn't feeling, man, was how long it took for that media scrum to start. But that's the neither here nor there. That's my first complaint. I got out the way.
We'll get into the media scrum, but we also got. Wait. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry. We ain't see that. I'm sorry, Justin. Hold on. Give me a second.
You gotta remind it. You gotta the prototype.
Yeah, I forgot to. We forgot to even start the show in general. So hold on. Me. Okay, got you. Hello, all, and welcome to the Heel Turn Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Jackson Jr. Devin Lee Crimes alongside me, co-host as well. We're co-hosts. Evan, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Are you anticipating an attack or something?
Oh no, it's like there's a rabid dog in the background. Just I don't know what the hell she's eating, but I just as I'm doing the intro, she's.
I just didn't want to be that co-host. Like he was just like, yeah, how you doing? So I'm like,
No, I was just worried because this dog is a thug, man. Like I was like, we got geese that are thugs out here, and the dogs are just the same. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to exclude you. We just didn't start the show properly, so I had to throw. Now, what's good, fellas? Justin slides in, and look, man, we appreciate Justin. Always, whole lot of love for Justin. And man, we got a decent amount to get into. But like I said, it's gonna be real relaxed. We will get into some of the stuff that happened yesterday. But I mean, AEW World's End. We finally know who the devil is, and well, I can't really say it's unfortunate. Fortunately, it's Adam Cole and his look. And by the way, I have no problem with it at all. Adam Cole revealed himself as the devil with Wardlow, Roderick Strong, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett as well. By the way, shout out to Mike Bennett because I mean, look, man, I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't really care for Matt Bennett. I care for his veteran spouse that has been in the wrestling industry for so long, has done great work and has been amazing for a long time. So shout out Maria Kanellis.
a very long time as we've been told, man.
We've been told.
Yeah.
We've been told. I'll tell you. Yeah, but shout out. Yeah, but shout out to Mike Bennett as well. He's still a good wrestler. Like I'm just clowning, just a clown. But I forgot I can also get in trouble. You gonna catch me doing the podcast? My ear gonna be dragged out. Either that or it's gonna be like in them cartoons where a hook is just like coming right from behind me and my neck. It's like I just get snatched out of here. But yeah. So we got that twist. Alongside of that, Samoa Joe is your new AEW World Title. And by the way, he did say that title that the belt that's in front of him, and he gonna JBL it. He gonna throw it in the trash, a Luncher Blade style, throw it in the trash. So it's just. With all that being said, a lot of people said it's insanely predictable. A lot of people predicted it, but still, it was still a good payout. What'd you think about the reveal itself?
I'm fine with it. Part of me, like, I guess I wanted to be more shooketh, I should say. But it being Adam Cole makes sense. It just kind of throws you off because he got hurt. But then again, that could play into it. Like maybe he's like, dang, bro, I was trying to help you not hurt myself. Now I'm finna do that to you. It's gonna take a few months. But that's the whole thing. I guess if this would happen at Wrestle Dream, I probably would not Wrestle Dream, I'm sorry. I think that's when it started. Like Full Gear, I probably would have been like, okay, cool. This extra little window into World's End was a little too far.
Ooh, and
Adam Cole and his new gang of misfits. I'm fine with it.
I mean, even Justice says no matter how predictable it was, the double reveal needed to be done last night. And to be honest, I agree with both of you guys. It was very predictable, but at the end of the day, I think the result, it was a good payoff for what it was because you got the and I crapped all over the best friend storyline because I'm like, this is how many people are gonna be best friends and hang out, hug, and love together, and then now we, like you said, you have one of these matches where it's just like, I need you at your best, where we gotta clean out we have to clean out the tables. We have to pretty much go all out because, it's one of those things where you have two best friends, the best friend scenario in AEW. It was getting annoying. At least, well, that's what we talked about. So seeing Adam Cole and MJF, we thought it took a little bit it took a little bit too much from MJF, Like we were seeing him as the devil, now we're seeing him as just, little bitch. He's just a little bitch. We're gonna call it what it is. So it's like, what? Well, let's be honest here. This man over here throwing dodgeballs at little kids, hugging Adam Cole, like nursing him back to health. But what I'm getting at is, I agree with what you said at it should have ended at Wrestle Dream when they did have the match between each other and Adam Cole, it's just like MJF is just like, well, I'm gonna hit this man with a power driver. Well, no, he has a broken neck. I care about my friend. And Adam Cole was like, man, I could care less about this man's broken. Like, he was like, he went all out with the he was like, die.
No pun intended.
I need you to die tonight. Like, I need this belt. Like that's what I saw Adam Cole. That Adam Cole MJF match, I just thought it was one of those things where it was like, yeah, Adam Cole was like, I need you to die tonight so I can win this belt. MJF was like, well, no, you're my friend. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to paralyze you. I'm like, and if Adam Cole would have turned at that moment, I thought that would have been the most perfect time. But instead, it happened yesterday. And then like Justin said, it was supposed to happen. It needed to be done last night. He says the best friends portion of the story was great, but the arch enemy portion is gonna be insane. And yes, I agree 100%. We're gonna see an MJF where it's just like I can't trust nobody. I was feeling like that before, but I ain't effing with nobody. Like I'm scared to see what kind of MJF we get. You feeling that in some type of way?
That's what I want. Cause shoot, he been over here being all gullible and stuff. You see what happens? See what happens when you try to like be a nice person and be sociable and be like, let me go ahead and like hang out with people, make some connections. They turn their back on you. So, I know from experience.
That's sick.
That level, I ain't had people just jumping me and stuff after a match. But no, I mean, I'm all jokes aside, hoping for a more chip on the shoulder type of MJF, kind of like what we had before his pipe bomb. Like that's what's been missing. Like he ain't really been fighting tooth and nail to me. And if he is, it kind of comes off a little too forcefully, where it's not like, man, it's not how you really are. You wouldn't be up here crying.
You wouldn't be up here crying. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is unfortunate. MJF. It was a nice run. He is now officially the longest reigning AEW World Champion in like a single reign because he eclipsed the 400-day mark. With him and that's not. I liked him and Kenny Omega going back and forth, giving Kenny Omega the opportunity to break the streak. Didn't happen, which was also pretty dope. Eddie Kingston defeated Jon Moxley by pinfall to win the Continental Classic. To be honest, wasn't a fan of the match itself. I feel like that pretty much. Let's be honest. If we're being honest here, and I think this is also to the fault of the audience out there in New York, but did you ever they didn't start getting hot until Edge and Christian came out? Like, do you think that kind of took the wind off the sails of this AEW pay-per-view, or was this AEW pay-per-view just whack from the start, from beginning to that Edge and Christian match?
Well, everything up to their match was, I mean, not necessarily like jump out of your seat type of, excitement. No, I got to be honest. And I mean, it's kind of it shows where the experience of Edge and Christian to be able to go out there and breathe life back into the crowd. Because I feel like people that probably wouldn't have had their experience would have came out and had to do work with the same type of crowd. And I don't know, maybe just the stigma around the show just was like, man, world's in, let's go, buddy. Especially with some finishes to the matches, you're like, man. Like that. No offense to her, even I just gave her all this praise yesterday with Julia Hart. That and Moonsault. Or Stump Salt, as I saw. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. Some of the finishes to the matches were kind of like, so you kind of like were just happy for it to be over.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. And then you got, I'm reading Justin's take here. He says, the only gripe in the main event I got was the finish of the match. I get they wanted to give everyone that shock feeling, but it just came off as awkward how they handled it. And seeing the referee, I'm spacing on his name. I only know WWE referees by name. AEW, all I got is Aubrey Edwards, and that's all you get from me. But like, it's you see, the referee pulling up MJF's hand. He's like, it's dead. 2, it's dead again. 3, it goes down, and the ref just kind of do it like, okay, I guess, yes, ring the bell, yeah. Like it's like, yeah, I understand where Justin was coming. Like it was a little awkward how they did it. Like I guess they wanted to think that they was gonna get that Undertaker Brock Lesnar type of reaction where everybody's gonna, oh my god, like, oh, this is crazy. Yeah, no, that wasn't happening. No, it wasn't. And like I said, yeah, you should have got that from what the audience, was. But MJF was, he's beloved over there. So it's one of those things where they thought they was gonna get a bigger pop than what they actually thought they was gonna get, and yeah, they fell completely.
Even the way he was. I don't know, the way he was picking up his arm, or like MJ arm stank or something. 1, 2, and it's like, you know, at least basically like let the dramatics breathe into it, man. You all 1, 2, like you incompetent to be a referee.
Yeah, exactly. And can you agree with this right here? Justin says after the opening 8-man tag, the show felt like it was on cruise control until Adam Copeland and Christian's match happened, which was also a pretty decent match. But even then, I felt like they tried to do a little Edge type of Edge Mick Foley, you know, that WrestleMania match. But I feel like it kind of felt, it didn't fall flat because it was a good match. But that table spot, I think, kind of was a big dud. But your thoughts on what Justin's comments? If I just put it back up here just in case. But yeah, your thoughts on Justin's comments?
I never forget what the boss says, man. Once I see it, I never gotta see it. No, I'm kidding. I didn't even see it again. I was breaking kayfabe, but I agree because that first match was just a whole lot of chaos when I seen it. And then the rest of the matches I saw after that, like Andrade and Miro, everything kind of just felt like I could possibly see this on Collision. Maybe Dynamite. No offense to it, just they didn't have that pop to them that an Edge and Christian match had, or those sorts.
How do you feel about the? I don't want to call it this because I don't want to disrespect it. But how do you feel about the kind of the Money in the Bank stipulation, being added to this match? Kill Switch coming in and cashing in his contract, for any time, any place, title opportunity. He wins it. He pretty much gives it to Christian, and Christian is now a 2-time TNT champion. Like, how do you feel about that whole thing?
I mean, I could see, like, I'll put it like this. I know you gonna ask me how do I feel, but I really don't know.
Because, I really don't know.
It's hard to, because I mean, what's the point of going through all that if you just, that's like the Avengers, like they do all that fighting and he's just like, man, let me just go back in time and try to fix this. But I get, like, it's like a callback to how Edge did John Cena. He went through that whole hard ruling elimination chamber match just to get cashed in on. But I don't know, that was his contract. That's the thing. It's kill switch, whatever you want to call that, man. That was his. He's just like, oh, here, Christian, take my title opportunity. I don't need to advance myself.
Yeah, I don't need to advance myself. Let me give it to this old. Let me give it to this old bastard that's already had a full-time career. You've already been world champion in WWE. No, here you go. They have this TNT championship.
That's like if it was Evolution or something, and like Ric Flair, like, how can I say it? Randy Orton won the Money in the Bank, but like Ric Flair was like, hey, give me that. I need another world championship ring. Forget trying to elevate you, young kid.
Right, yeah. Who are you? That's like, yeah, exactly, like a legacy. Cody Rhodes, man, I got this contract for me.
That's the better. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's a better one.
I was just throwing names out there. But like, yeah, Cody Rhodes, man, I'm dashing, I'm beautiful. I don't need this, man. Here you go, Randy. Keep kicking people in their foreheads. You need this way more than I do. No, I think that's insane. And yeah, like you said, the Julia Hart and the Abaddon, I don't really give a damn. Abaddon. I don't give a damn. But Miro defeated Andrade. I didn't give a damn either. You know what's crazy? And I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna forget. We're not gonna talk about Tony Khan yet, but I gotta say this. And I'm pretty sure somebody else has said this on Twitter. I didn't repeat it. I'm just saying this off the rip. You heard Tony Khan talk about Andrade's contract. Well, his contract is up, and we look forward to having him in it. But he talked about Andrade in his contract, right?
Yes.
So how come when he was asked about MJF's contract? Well, that's a great question, and I can't comment on that. What? What? Like, you just picking and choosing at this point, right?
That's the whole thing. I mean, I don't know what I don't know. It's like when Tony talk, I'm just like, why are you doing this? You're not good for this, man. It's just because one minute I can't comment on that. And it'd be like a simple thing, like, oh, do you plan on MJF taking on Bryan Danielson at Grand Slam? I can't comment on that. I mean, you ain't gotta guarantee it, but at least go. That would be a great matchup possibly down the road. But don't just sit up there. I can't say anything. Okay.
Exactly. And
And
here,
like what you did with the, oh, sorry.
no, go
With the
ahead. No, go
contract,
ahead.
he could have played on really well. Like man, he just being a jerk right now, but we trying to figure it out. And MJF not gonna be offended because he'll know what's going on. You ain't gotta sit up there and just. I don't know what to say, so I'm just gonna say no comment. Hold on.
He's scared. Is he just scared, man? He had Justin come in. He says the Miro and Andrade match for me was the worst of the night. He also says a waste of a story all to pair Miro and CJ up when they literally could have done that the day CJ showed up and AEW. You know what's crazy? I didn't want to believe this, but it's like every time Miro and CJ Perry, his wife, they show up to a wrestling promotion, whether that's WWE, AEW, they're like, "Oh, we have to split you up. Like you guys cannot be together." In
Find our
WWE,
way back together.
yeah, in WWE's case, we're gonna pair you up with this big black man. Like you're gonna ride the waves with this buddy. As a matter of fact, you have to make out in front of your husband every time he sees this man. Every time this dude comes out, just kiss him. Open mouth, like just kiss the man in front of your husband. You go to AEW, you think you're getting treated better. Your wife doesn't even show up with you. She doesn't like come with you during that time. Then when she does, we're gonna pair you up with this newly divorced or newly they broke off the engagement. This newly free single man, Hispanic. He speaks Spanish and it's amazing. No, it's like it doesn't make any sense. Yes. At this point, wherever CJ and Miro go, expect the Miro is a cuck story because that's exactly what it is, man. Like every time, that's trifling. And why do you keep agreeing to it? Why do we keep seeing this? I know you don't need money like that. Like Devin, just imagine you got this woman, this bad to the bone woman, and every time you guys go somewhere, it's just like, oh no, we have to pair her up with this tall 6'5" white dude. But they pretty much just have to give her a little butt smack every time she walks past. Every time they walk past each other, like that's. Would you be down for that? Would you work for a company like that?
Nah, because I don't see why we need to do that. There's other better stories we can tell.
There's other better stories we can tell.
Why we can't be like Karrion Kross and Scarlett? Like, what's going on? Like,
exactly.
Managing, some Cameron Grimes or somebody, and
it don't make any sense. You see, and this is gonna sound so messed up. You know what? I ain't gonna say it. We're gonna.
I was gonna say, coming from this man,
I'll tell you off air. I'll tell you off air. But like, besides the Christian Cage, Adam Copeland, we talked about that. Eddie Kingston, Samoa Joe, Julia Harden, yeah, whatever. Oh, bro, two. We're gonna get to two last things, and I swear we can move on, and it ain't gonna take too long. I promise you. But Riho versus Toni Storm. First off, Toni Storm does amazing at her job. Toni Storm led that match, and I think she did a great job. It was kind of telling, like Toni Storm told a story by herself. We're just gonna pretty much use our power to get past Riho. And I texted you this during the match, and I was like, bro, how come everything Riho does just look like it doesn't hurt at all? Like it's like harmless. Like she did a double stomp off the top rope when Toni Storm was on the apron, and I was just like, this looks like it's like what when your 2-year-old is like jumping off the couch and they land on your stomach, you're just like, oh, like you're like trying to prepare yourself a little bit, but it ain't gonna hurt as much. Like that's like, I'm not trying to disrespect Riho because she could wrestle, but everything she did looked harmless. Did you have a problem with this match at all?
Well, speaking on that comment, I mean, I agree, especially with a maneuver such as that. What a maneuver! But maybe I feel like a Riho would benefit more from like just like a drop kick type of thing. Like I feel like Riho just don't need no stumps in her arsenal. That's just me personally. I just feel like it would be a better presentation of seeing her do like a missile drop kick or something.
Well,
I can kind of just fly back and give you the whole visual more impact.
But I'm
trying to help her out here.
But did her forearms look good? Did the forearms look like they hurt?
The forearms and just in general, everybody never look good.
Yeah.
Because this is when people do it, that person sits there and takes like 8 of them. And I'm like, nah, these was some forearms, at least probably like 3. You should be staggering a bit. You should just be standing there just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, nah. The little Mickey elbows.
That, but yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, my fault. What was your second part of your question? I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was just asking. Did it look like it hurt? And what was your thoughts on the match overall?
Yeah, the match was, yeah. And that's just because it was just awkward movement, like Rio trying to suplex Tony Storm, timeless Tony Storm, I should say. And it just, I don't know, it didn't flow right. It just didn't, it felt raggedy.
Felt raggedy.
The finish where she kind of just almost landed on her neck and everything, it just kind of made me cringe and go, okay, I want this to be over. I don't want nobody getting hurt, man. Folded like paper airplanes.
Last thing is first off, I texted you this too because I saw Swerve Strickland just pretty much break a 50, 60, close to 60-year-old man's ankle, and this man wrestled for another 10 to 15 minutes. Like, I'm sorry, like this gotta stop, man. I'm sick of seeing these storylines of people getting their ass beat. This man, they broke this man's foot off on cinder blocks. I'm talking Swerve Strickland. He jumped on this man's leg on some cinder blocks. Now, granted, yeah, I know it's kayfabe, brother. No, this man is 50 plus years old. As soon as I seen him turn around to the ring, I was like, oh, this is a bathroom break, man. And then I came for the bathroom break, and he was still there, still wrestling. And this is like,
I had the same experience.
And he just sitting here jumping up and down like this. No, you shouldn't be limping, bro. You got your leg broke off cinder blocks. Leave. Like, you are elderly. Go home, brother. Like, something will tell you at that moment when you're 50 plus years old, like, oh, I'm going home. Like, these new guys are different. Like, I can't get, I'm out of here. Nah, maybe I should follow Cody. Maybe Cody did have the right idea. Well, then again, Cody over here getting injured and fighting in Hell in the Cells. So WWE's medical team would have just threw Dustin Rhodes in there. Hey, bro, survive. Like, it's like, don't die. But no, man. We gotta stop. Not storylines, but we gotta stop matches like this. Where it's like, oh, well, we just got busted up in the head 10 times by a chair. He's getting stretchered out. He's standing up from the stretcher. He's running back in the ring. He's gonna go an extra 25. Bro, like, we stop. Did you have a problem with that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean like that. Like, I'm like,
said,
I agree with
what you
everything
think?
said. No, everything you said was factual. I initially thought that with, the quick change of going from Keith Lee to Dustin Rhodes, that when I seen that whole angle of the cinder block and stuff, I'm like, maybe he'll just crush this man's leg with the cinder block and be like, man, y'all bringing this dude out here.
Yes.
I want to Keith Lee and da-da-da-da, don't be wasting my time. And, he could have had some anger from losing the Continental Classic match. Well, the final match, whatever. And that's what I thought it would just be. Like, not an actual competitive match with Dustin, but a statement. Like, I ain't playing. Just because I couldn't wrestle with Keith Lee, don't mean I'm finna take off. No, I'm not finna break this man's leg and then start wrestling 30 minutes with him. Because then that just made that whole thing look worthless. You could have just had a regular match.
Like, I couldn't understand Dustin Rhodes, who was in there last minute. But this man is I think we could put Dustin Rhodes in the legend category. And if you want to fight me on it, fight me on it. But I think you could put Dustin Rhodes in that legends category. So I feel like you could put Dustin Rhodes in there and be like, let's have a match. Like, off the rip, I can be like, if I'm Tony Khan, I'd be like, all right, you two, Keith Lee is going to be out, so I'm going to have you guys fight each other. But the way it's going to go, Dustin Rhodes, you are the wrestler. You are the wrestler. Swerve Strickland, you've been on this hardcore raging bulldozing machine. You've been a hardcore dude for the last couple weeks. We're gonna throw you in that ring, and Dustin Rhodes is just gonna be like, no, bro, you ain't finna drink my blood. You ain't finna spit venom on me. We finna wrestle, bro. You're like, this is wrestling. Like, I'm finna hit you with a couple wrestling moves, and we finna sit in this ring. None of us finna, as soon as you leave out, like we finna put this thing together. This is finna be wrestling versus hardcore, temporary hardcore, softcore, I guess. But it's like one of those things where it's like, I feel like they still could have told a story, and I feel like that was just a cop out. I feel like that was just being lazy. Does that make sense?
It's pretty much being lazy and doing Same time.
And yeah, exactly.
You
Man,
kind
it
of
just
overbooked it, but at the same time, it's lazy.
right. Dustin, even hold on. Dustin said Justin said they could have left the whole Swerve and Dustin match at the injury and I would have been fine. No need to have the match. He said at this point this proves Tony going back to the Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland feud after putting it on the shelf for a year was a terrible idea. That's 100% facts. There's another one. He said Swerve is on a rise right now and he shouldn't be going backwards for nothing. Yes, that's then a lot. I know they're trying to show that like Swerve Strickland is this badass, but bro, like it's give up on it. Like I'm not saying give up on it, like, but I'm saying give up on it. Like you don't need to do this extra stuff. This man can have a nice one-on-one match without all the extra gimmicks. If that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. They overbook stuff sometimes. It's like, dang, like if you gonna tell me this man's Superman, I ain't gotta see him get blown up by a planet to believe you.
Man, exactly. Now we're 30 minutes in. We got to talk about the dude. We got to talk about the boy, Tony Khan. Man, I'm gonna start off by saying this. He addressed what he needed to address. That's perfectly fine. The reason why it's a big deal and the reason why Tony is kind of ignorant. There it goes. That's a nicer word. Ignorant to the situation at hand is because you have people they're trying to find everything to pick at you for. You're Tony Khan. If you go out there in a speech, people gonna talk about how big your eyes are bugged out. Like no matter what you do, somebody's gonna have something to say about you. So it's not the smartest idea for you to address some serious allegations in an afro and sunglasses because although you've addressed the situation, you did a good job at it, but then what's going to be the first picture that people see on that thumbnail? What's the number one thumbnail that people are going to use in this media scrum? It's you wearing an afro and sunglasses addressing serious allegations. You see where I'm coming at, right? Like that's stupid. That's something you should have thought of beforehand, right?
I see you in 4K.
In 4K. Triple ultra screen. It's just like one of those, like, it just don't make any sense to me. And Tony Khan was that's why if he addressed that, normally in a regular Tony Khan fashion, we wouldn't have a problem with what's going on. Well, a lot of people still would. But look, it's a minute 46. I'm not going to go and show you the whole minute 36 audio clip of what he said. I'm going to look for something a little bit shorter. But Devin, just overall, your thoughts on the media scrum?
Besides the fact that I feel like I lost like an hour and a half of my life I can't get back. I'm just wondering what took so long. I mean, if he was gonna come out and give those runarounds he usually give, well, he'll address it. You know what? I got more I want to say, but I don't know what clips you're gonna use, so that way I don't want to spoil like my initial reaction. I guess my initial reaction was last night, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, here for full context, we might as well show you the minute 36 clip of what was said. Tony was asked about the sexual harassments during AEW's World End Media Scrum. This is from Wrestle Ops. A bunch of other people have posted this as well, but we're gonna go to Wrestle Ops. They get the plug for us today. So, Devin, tell me, can you see this right here?
Tell me why. Yes, I can.
There have been a lot of conversation.
Hold on.
Of safety and harassment, specifically involving.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's watch this in full. Here goes Tony Khan in the media scrum. His response.
Of safety and harassment, specifically involving women wrestlers. Without getting too much into the details, or some people may not want their names mentioned, but there have been a lot of conversations, and there's real concern from wrestlers, from fans, from media alike, about the safety of wrestlers behind the scenes. So, what has been done specifically to prevent issues like sexual harassment in the AEW locker room, both, in the past and going forward? Because this is something that should always be looked at. I think it's very important.
It's a great question, Kevin, and I think it applies to everybody in the company, women and men, and it's something we're very serious about, and we've had a policy in place, And certainly, I think any time there's anything like that, we would make sure we do everything we can to prevent it. AEW has the best safety record, I believe, of any pro wrestling company in the world. I believe we have the most safe environment. I believe we have the best safety record of any pro wrestling company, and I would hold the record of AEW on safety against any wrestling company in the world. And I think AEW is the safest place for pro wrestling. And if any of our wrestlers ever have a concern, they always have an open line to talk to me. And I believe anybody would sit here and tell you they always can talk to me anytime they are concerned about anything. Well, certainly, if there was anything that came to light to me, I would take it to the disciplinary committee, and that's how we've been doing it. And I think our disciplinary committee has been doing a great job, and everybody knows they have an open line to me or anybody on that committee.
So that was Tony Khan. That's one of the clips. And Devin, how do you feel with Tony Khan saying that any problem that they have, they take it up with Bryan Danielson?
Pretty much. No. Don't think I'm gonna make a decision. I gotta consult some people first. But granted, I get that part. It's just me personally, I wouldn't put that out there that I need to do that process. I would leave that process behind doors. But first and foremost, let me just say, Julia Hart. I mean, she wasn't doing that in that moment, but I just wanted to acknowledge that. But let me get to my nitty gritties. I wish he would have just at least, like, once he saw what the gist of that question was about to be, to kind of just take a moment and say, like, let me take this off real quick.
Yes, exactly.
I appreciate Tony Storm for giving me this stuff. It was funny. But I'm about to talk about something that's legit serious and got people, upset. And him not to do that, just he'd be asking for just attention that if he gets it, he'll be, well, we're always under attack. And like, why you think? It's just take a second, man, and take some classes on how to conduct this stuff if you need to. Because even I wouldn't have been up there with an afro on my head and some sunglasses trying to talk to you about something legit. You can't see his eye contact, none of that. You can't show that he genuinely feels about how he feels about the situations in his company. And another thing, do he think we stupid?
Yeah.
That we just got short-term memory? Because he just a few months ago sat up there and said, I never felt so unsafe in my life at a wrestling event. He wasn't talking about WWE. He wasn't talking about Impact. AEW. So how you gonna sit in our face and say this is the safest place ever? I say our safety record is above everybody else and da-da-da-da. We're not talking about everybody else. We're talking about you and your company. You always want to compare like, oh, well, other people, they're not doing this and that. We're talking about you. Stop. Anthony?
Yeah. And I think the craziest now this has split, and then we're gonna go half Tony Khan, half, because I just seen this, and now I think this is getting out of hand. Humble Wrestling, Dev, you know who Humble Wrestling is, right? The Twitter account. Yeah.
The Brock Lesnar dude on it, I think.
Now it's Kevin Owens. Yeah, now it's Kevin.
That's another guy. That's all I see now is the little avatars, and I'm like, yeah, you must be so and so. Oh yeah, my fault. Yes.
He goes on to tweet, and this is the reason why, because this is where it gets dangerous. I've heard many rumors about Kylie Ray too. 1, she tried to flirt with Cody Rhodes. 2, she showed up drunk to AEW Dark episode tapings. 3, she's called slurs at transgender wrestlers. So why Kylie is not getting canceled too? Hashtag AEW Worlds in, hashtag Chris Jericho, hashtag AEW. Devin. Why? What? Now I feel like we're crossing some crazy territory, because this is like, I heard some crazy rumors about Kylie Ray too. Like, that's like, oh, Devin. Like, if I accused you of just whatever, and your response was, well, I heard some stuff about Isaiah's too. What? No, that's not your argument. You would at least hope to defend yourself. And that's Chris Jericho's been silent on it. He was booed mercilessly. They chanted NDAs. They chanted Kylie at him. Like, they were going nuts on him last night. And it's hard. It's hard to pick a side in the situation. Tony Khan said, it was from an what is it, unconformed?
Unsourced,
Yeah, unsourced. Yeah, this was an unsourced what allegation, and I think this is a real messed up situation. I'm actually getting a official wording here in a minute, but I mean, now it's coming to a point to where people not necessarily are choosing sides, but to where it's like it's like one this one spot is bad. What he did was bad, or it wasn't bad enough. You got to see what this other lady does. I mean, what she's done in her past is like now we're bringing up old stuff, and we don't know if it's true or not. We don't know if any of this is true or not.
I don't know nothing.
But based it off Chris Jericho's track history and a wild record, what 2 weeks that he's had, it's safe to say that this man isn't in everybody's good graces. And now I just at this point in time, I just think it's getting annoying. Now it's getting insanely annoying.
It really is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to fix this, man. It's just like that's the real issue. We could find a way to. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like it's my job to know, but man, they throwing curveballs.
Tony Khan did say, he says Tony Khan says he can't speak to internet and unsourced rumors when asked about Chris Jericho, and proceeds to reiterate that AEW is the safest wrestling company in the world. Oh man. Justice says, I get Tony trusts Bryan Danielson, but this is a situation where he needs to be the one to make the decision and not put it on someone else's plate. That's exactly what everything that he's doing. And I don't even think necessarily it's always on Bryan Danielson's plate. I think Tony Khan does make these decisions, but it's like, Bryan Danielson, can you take the fall for this? Because I'm scared. He's like, can you, I don't want to go on Twitter and have to bash 12,000 people because they're making fun of me. Like, I feel like Bryan Danielson is there to take the fall. Like, he's the namesake. He probably is on the disciplinary committee, but I do think Tony Khan kind of makes the decisions, and he's like, all right, Bryan Danielson, go out to the world. I'm scared. This is like, let me hide behind this curtain. I'm like, what do you think about this whole thing? Like, how do you think it's handled? And we're just, this is all alleged. Like, we don't know nothing. We're just kind of guessing.
But just still on the straight fact of him saying, like, I got to go back to the discipline. That part, he could just find another way to word that without putting to the public that his plan is to go and refer back to this can he get this crap out? Disciplinary committee. God. But yeah, and just I hate that because it's like Bryan Danielson is still a current wrestler. He's not an executive.
Right.
We don't see him in suits. We don't barely see him on TV. Like, that's just splitting people's viewpoints on him, where you want to just look at him just as a pure professional wrestler, but not also he's a hall monitor or something as well. Double duty. And he don't need that. That's the problem. I don't know why they think that current wrestlers need to have power in that company. No.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. And everybody thinks they could draw. Everybody thinks they could sell. Everybody in this is. And Chris Jericho, he could do all of that. The only difference is, bro, you gotta buckle up, bro. I mean, that's the kind of a bad way to phrase it. You gotta get your stuff together. Get your stuff together, because right now you just become an annoyance. Justice says Tony needs to start investigations with all of this and get the truth right, because right now nobody really can say anything about it until there's more evidence, and that's true. It's sad, and we just have to sit here and wait until then. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get booed. He's gonna get critiqued, and it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be annoying having to talk about this. Chris Jericho is probably gonna address this on TV, and quite frankly, I think he just needs to get some time off. Take some time off, bro. Everybody was sick of seeing you anyway. So, I mean, I think your best bet is to take some time off. It's not like you were doing nothing important. You ain't in the middle of some hot, storyline. You ain't, no, bro. Sit down somewhere. Like, stop it. Get some help. Devin? I did say we was gonna BS, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We got a little bit of time. I firmly believe Big E should have lost that title at day one. Wholeheartedly. I felt like that was the moment where Big E's time was up. And quite frankly, I think Big E, was going on that Kofi run, that Liv Morgan run where it was just like, oh, here goes the belt. Good for you. We're going around and have fun with it. Go ahead and do your little spin Rudy dance. It's like go ahead, do your thing. Take the straps off, have a little fun. But when those 3 to 4 months is up, 3 to 4, maybe 5, when your time is up, yeah, no, they give that up with the quickness. Like they don't waste no time at all. I think that was WWE kind of doing the same thing with Big E. I mean, we all kind of figured Big E wasn't going to hold the title long. And I know you have a problem with Big E dropping the title at day one, right?
I mean, I was gonna let you, get all your ammunition out, because I definitely disagree. Because I feel like if you think about the premium live events, I should say, that were coming after that, those are perfect places to have him drop it where he don't look so bad.
I mean, I don't think he ever
Elimination Chamber.
I don't think he necessarily looked bad, like in his reign.
He took the pin in a fatal. Kevin Owens could have took his shoulders down there and took that pin.
Yeah, he took the pin. That was messed up, but I don't think it should have changed. I think he still should have lost. I definitely think he still should have lost throughout that whole time. I think his time was just coming to an end. The run was officially kind of weighing down. He could have did a whole lot more. I will agree with you. He could have did a whole lot more. But was WWE going to allow him to do a whole lot more? I fail to believe so.
That day one is just a monumental, just crazy point, because it's like if Roman and Brock match went on as a plan, Brock was never in there.
Yeah, Brock just kind of showed up, wasn't he?
Yeah, because Roman got COVID. It was supposed to be Roman and Brock for the Universal Championship, and initially it was just Big E and I think Seth.
Yeah,
and then a whole bunch of other random guys just got added in. Let me take that back. They not random people. Kevin Owens. Yeah, they random people. I can't remember.
Yeah, let's be honest, they're random people.
And it's just everything got flipped on the computer. Brock Lesnar was like Denzel Washington. He like, I'm leaving with something.
I'm leaving with something.
He said, Roman can't wrestle me. I want it. Oh, Big E. I'm taking it.
Yeah, because I just thought about it. I was just like, man, it was cool. It was a nice run. How long? Let me see. 110 days. He was champion for 110 days. Then, like I said, Brock Lesnar beat him January 1st. It was like, hey, man, you going to have a nice 2021. But September to December, have fun. You better hold on to that belt close, because January 1st, goodbye. That belt we finna Thanos you. I'm sorry. I'm going to be giving it to Brock. Justice says Big E should have held the title until after Mania. Have a New Day triple threat at Mania. Completely forget unifying the titles and then have Big E drop it at the next show after Mania. You're on to something. I do like that. Do you want to give Xavier Woods a WWE Championship run?
Hey, did he say anything like that?
I want to ask. I'm asking.
Oh, I was like, he just said put him in the picture. We ain't putting the belt on Xavier yet because he just ain't there. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to ask.
I would no, you right. I just thought you was like, do we want to put a championship on Xavier?
You just thinking I'm just gonna go from the get-go and just start frying them. Like, I just want to ask.
I'm scared with this, man. It's like anybody you want to give a chance. You got Izzy at the door just. You want a chance?
That's because this is like, bro, you gotta watch this Maxine Dupree Rhea Ripley match. Like
now we know what we know, and we didn't.
We knew it already.
Game.
We knew it already. That's the problem.
No, you just imagined that you do, but now we figured. Now we literally know. We got it on tape. It's all in 4K now.
No,
and we didn't lose nothing. There was nothing at stake. It was a random Raw in December. We gained more than we lost. And Justin, back to that, I think that's a brilliant, alternate way that everything could have played out. If Roman never got COVID, no offense to him. If I knew all them chips would have happened, I sure would have been like, we're from the Tribal Chief. We got bigger plans going on. Who would have thought? Unifying the championships, everybody not crying, whining. Probably could have been different.
Mom. I'm trying to think of another. Do you have a hot take that be burning inside of your brain or burning inside your heart that you just have to release from your chest?
See, that's the thing. I feel like Heyman.
I'm happy about everything. I love everything.
I was gonna be like, hey man, I don't really think I complain about too much. You know, I think I just go with the flow. But
If
my mind just ain't. You know, we got the true Cowboys. You know,
if you had
your spicy takes telling women they can't wrestle and they can't do nothing.
telling women they can't wrestle, see, you make it sound. You make
They
it.
need to go back to where they came from.
You make
Don't
it
ever
sound
come
like
back.
I'm with every like female wrestler. I just want you to know I'm not watching your match because you can't wrestle. Like it's not like I'm just. You know, I can see like I'm just so evil at women's wrestlers.
See, look, this is the thing. It's not that I like accept bad wrestling. Like, don't take these takes I take where it's like I'd love to see a horrible match. I like to see if it could be a horrible match. You never know. You know, you could put Goldberg and Undertaker on paper. That sounds like a good match, right? No. Well, granted, they was old too, but it's just some matches on paper. You see it, you're like, man, I ain't want to see that. People wanted to see Powerhouse and Keith Lee. They ain't want to see it no more. And I mean, that's just me. That's how I feel. That's why, you know, we want to see Liv Morgan do this and do that. Let's see how that go first.
Man, that's because you wanted to see Liv Morgan. All right, she's gonna take over the world now. We need just because she did one good thing in a match, we gotta have her just take over the women's division. Give the women's division is yours. Move, Rhea.
Look, the way I gauge stuff, I try to gauge the way like how can this grow down the road. See, you want a fully grown plant just right in front of you. You know, my plant analogy will never go away. And we about to go in 2024, and it's still relevant to this day. You gotta let plants grow, man. You gotta think about it. Stone Cold was once the ringmaster. The Rock was once Rocky Maivia.
And you know what? And Liv Morgan gonna stay Liv Morgan. That's the problem.
See what I'm saying? See, and that's the problem right there. That's the issue. And I'm hoping with this next crop of women wrestlers from the great NXT, you won't have this energy. Because when we start throwing these Tiffany Strattons in your face, these Roxanne Perez's, you know, I hate to group them like that. It sounds terrible.
I got a question.
But you get what I'm saying.
I'm about to cook you. I'm about to question. I got a question.
I'm fine. Cook me, because I promise you I'm gonna pop back out the skillet.
Who's a better? No, you're gonna be like that crab that's in that boiling water, but he's still eating. He's still like eating the food around him. He's just like, you know what, this is okay. But like, who was better in their prime? Liv Morgan, and you can say Liv Morgan right now, because I do believe that this is still in Liv Morgan's prime. Like she still has a lot left in the tank, a lot more. So is the person I'm about to name. Who was better in their prime? Alexa Bliss or Liv Morgan?
That was a good one. You is cooking. Give me a moment.
Give me a moment. That's not.
I ain't got a Twix because I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you a constructive answer, man. You know, all my answers come through a lot of
answer. Alexa Bliss. I don't think Liv Morgan. I don't think Liv Morgan can touch where Alexa Bliss was bullying Nia Jax, man. And yeah, Nia Jax did come back and beat her, but Alexa Bliss did come back and beat her again. So it's like Alexa Bliss was bullying Nia Jax. Liv Morgan, come on now.
So my question: when Alexa took on Ronda Rousey and how that played out, how did you feel?
Well, I hated Ronda Rousey from the get-go, so I always had venom for Ronda.
Because see, the thing I'm gonna say is, it's like I feel like we was doing okay until we got to that her first title defense had to be against the great Ronda Rousey. You know, she can't lose clean because it's just, according to people like Isaiah, it wouldn't make sense. But it's okay for Alexa Bliss to, you know, beat up on Nia Jax. You know, I feel like we can suspend it right there. I don't see why we can't suspend it now.
She was bullying Nia Jax.
And like that's the thing. And that's a testament to how Alexa Bliss just was then compared to even earlier this year. Back then, she just had like an attitude where it's like she could be as short as she want, but you ain't finna do nothing to me. And I kind of don't see why Liv Morgan can't have that. Granted, she come out all she hugging kids and you know signing baby bottles and whatnot, and that's just not gonna give a threatening feel.
Okay, bro, is Liv Morgan gonna give a threatening feel? Have you ever felt threatened by a Liv Morgan promo? She was a heel before. She was a heel before.
How long did it last?
Well, if you want to count her promos with the
She
Riot
didn't have no
Squad, I want to put.
championship with it. That's that's like Alexa Bliss in NXT before she became what's her name? But
I forgot.
I can't think of her nickname. But when she had that attitude, you get what I'm saying. All I'm saying is Alexa Bliss was able to be on top, but be an attitudinal heel. Liv Morgan was on the top trying to be this baby face, going up against a heel that everybody felt she shouldn't be beating. Had she been a heel, maybe we could have reversed it. She had to cheat to beat Becky Lynch.
I can't believe
you can hold on. You gotta look at it like that. You gotta be able to flip the pizza and see the other side as well. There's another way this could have went. It just didn't. That's why that whole situation was funny. Y'all gonna make this woman. Sorry, I ain't gonna be like you. Y'all gonna make her tap out, and then she gotta go in everybody's face. Well, you go what, guys? Of course they gonna be. Oh, you tapped out. They put her in a messed up position. So I put it like this, and I ended with this. I end my Liv Morgan battle with this. We need one more run.
No, oh my God. We don't need no one more run.
It ain't fair that she had to be tied down by the unbeatable Ronda Rousey and everything that led with that. Then she had to go against Shayna Baszler, another person you had an issue with her beating.
I got a question then.
Go ahead.
You remember Naomi's reign? WWE SmackDown Women's Champion?
I do.
Whose was better, hers or Liv Morgan's? She was a top baby face. She was beating up. Well, no, she lost to Natalya, but she was still putting up some decent WWE contender. And that still pisses me off. Natalya should be doing this to women's now. Natalya should be bullying people now. But Devin, I mean,
that's true.
Naomi versus Liv Morgan in there. Come on now, Devin, because I feel like Naomi had a really impressive run.
Yeah, you know what? And I will say Naomi's was better. And that's not me trying to tear down Liv Morgan when I say this. I just think they just had different situations. You didn't have Naomi out there with her arm in the cast, and people were like, man, you tapped out. You shouldn't be here anyway. You trash. You got lucky. That was the energy. And how you gonna ever be credible that way? If you in a position where you can't show your credibility and people still gonna call it out on you.
See, and I just for recap, and even though Naomi was injured in and out, she beat Alexa Bliss, she beat Lana, and Jesus Christ, and then she lost to Natalya. Oh, well, you know what? No, we ain't finna give that to Liv. No, I'm sorry. No, we ain't finna do that to Naomi. I'm sorry.
So you mean to tell me? Hold on, because Liv beat Natalya so bad, Natalya couldn't even believe it. Natalya rolled out like, I can't believe this happening to me.
No, Natalya.
And you mean Naomi lost to Natalya? So I mean, you know, we can already get a point one to Liv Morgan.
No,
Liv Morgan could definitely beat Lana.
She's
about to take her husband, so that's number 2 for Liv Morgan. And number 3, she could beat Alexa Bliss.
See, Natalya got up and said, "I'm never wrestling with your high ass again," and rolled out the ring. I'm sick of this.
Hey, she still lost. So, hey, that's a testament to Liv Morgan. She can still whoop her and be, taking some vegetables beforehand.
Well, in all seriousness, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm actually agreeing with you. I read Naomi's track list and I was like, yeah, no, no, Naomi, I'm sorry. That title run is two buckets of ass. I just remember her with the title dancing, like she used to have a fun time. Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, no. After going through her track record, I'm sorry. Naomi could get the hell up out of here.
The people she fought is the people I wish Liv Morgan could have at least started off with.
Yeah,
you know, she could have been beating I don't know, Bailey or somebody. I mean, it's just that was tough. I ain't gonna lie, that was the toughest times of my life. On the heel turn, I should say. It ain't that deep.
Yeah, see, no, that's so sick, man. Oh, but you know what it was? You remember that storyline where it was like well, it was rumored that this happened because Naomi was like, it was like one of the interviews that she had with Michael Cole, And and she was like, "Hey, just to let you know, I'm popping up with something huge. You know, we finna go crazy." Like, you know, she kind of exposed what she was gonna do at SummerSlam. And somebody got mad backstage. It was like, "Shorty, you wasn't supposed to say that. Now you're gonna lose to Natalia. Die." You know, it's just like so that's the storyline back. That's what was speculated. Now you can look that up on. I promise you, I'm not making it up, but that's what was read on. So maybe that has something to do with it. But the fact that you beat Alexa Bliss twice and Lana 4 times, yeah, no, your title reigns ass. Your title reign is ass. I'm sorry. I got nothing to say about you.
Look at that. Liv Morgan beat Ronda Rousey twice, man. Come on now.
Man. And then she got choked out.
Shayna Baszler.
And then she got choked out. And then she got choked out. So I mean,
Ronda, Shayna, Natalia 5 times. I'm gonna add it again because she got so mad and had to leave. You know, and then she lost in the Extreme Rules match, and she didn't tap out. She passed out.
When I'm not gonna give her that, she didn't beat a crazy monster in Shayna Baszler. Ronda Rousey, okay, she could take those little Mickey wins. I don't care about that. Anybody, you already know how I feel about Ronda Rousey, so you know I ain't finna give it to her. And then Natalia, I mean, everybody could beat Natalia, and like at this point in time, anybody could beat Natalia. Natalia rolling around with Tegan Knox. Anybody could beat Tegan Knox. Come on now, you're a jobber.
Need to go to NXT.
You're not even a jobber yourself. You're a jobber tag team. Like, come on now. Like, we got a problem here.
You need those.
You need those. To clear this out, he says you could have built it as a brotherly battle, but throw in tension along the way. Kofi wanted to regain the title. Woods wanted to win it but the first time, but still keeping them together after. No, I like that, but I want Big E to be more of the heel. I want Big E to be like, because Big E has that experience, that heel experience. So I just want it to be like Kofi, you know, hey man, E, you know, I can't wait to beat you for this title. And Big E like, what you mean by that? What you mean by that? You know,
what you mean by that?
Yeah, like his head starts twitching. What you mean by that, Kofi? You want to beat me? You want to Xavier Woods dancing because he happy? What? I gotta kill y'all. Like, you know, it's like I want Big E to be the one with be the loose screw. Justin says the SummerSlam finish will always be the one thing that ruined Liv's reign. All they needed to do was have Liv go over Ronda instead of relegating her reign to a joke. And yeah, that's what it is, a joke. Devin, say that Liv Morgan's reign was a joke.
Can I add some few words to that before I make that statement? Because without context, people could take this out of order. You know, I know how this go. You're gonna have me on tape going, didn't you say here Liv Morgan reign was a joke? Liv Morgan title reign was a joke on the behalf of the booking of
oh my God,
protected. I mean, are we being honest though? Because that was trash. She tapping out, and at the same time, they count. I forgot how the finish went. I didn't left it out of my head. It was just like why she couldn't just beat Ronda Rousey. She already did it once. She could have hit her with the back base again.
Liv Morgan's wrestling style is perfect for AEW. It's slower. You know, like it's like let's like she
just harsh, man. Dang, it hurt. You ain't talking about me, and it hurt. Dang.
And then finally,
we just said, bro.
No, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. Well, to an extent.
That's how we ended the year.
This is and then Justin is it off where we do need another Liv title run, an actual run, and make sure they don't kill it from the jump. They're gonna kill it from the jump by giving Liv Morgan the title. So it's like, I mean, you're in a lose-lose situation.
See what I'm saying? You know what? I ain't even worried. I'm just not. Because I know what's gonna happen. You know, we're gonna get rid of this mentality of holding these women back, man.
Holding these women back. Oh my God.
They don't say this about nobody else.
What?
Like, man, Chad Gable should even be in the ring with Gunther. Like, what is he doing? He need to go back and thank you.
Because he's an actual wrestler. Yes, I expect him to be wrestling with Gunther. Now, if it's some Grayson Waller versus Gunther, I'm gonna have a problem. Yes. Yes. Like there's levels to this. The men don't really do that as much. They do it in AEW. That's why I have a problem with it. And we talked about that. You know, like we know. Like
it's like I don't even know. I can't. It's just like immense venom that I thought we left back. I thought we was gonna leave this, man. I see we going into the next show with it though. So
man, we are. We might actually even do a show tomorrow. That's up for debate as well. But for right now, is there anything you want to say before we close this show out?
for the last show of 2023, I will say it's been fun. You know, right? I mean, it's going to get even better in 2024. We're going to be on an even year. I like even numbers. So, I mean, that's the neither here nor there. But that's the vibe you're going to get. So, I will not leave you guys too long. I will not be Tony Khan here and keep you up all night saying the same thing over and over by saying, you know, the heel turn is like we're having great record numbers and everything is great. And I'm feeling great. You know, when I woke up this morning, I looked out the window and you know how it looked? It looked great. So, I'm going to end this great speech I have and hand it back over to my great co-host, my great friend. The man who lives in a town so far away is great over there too. Isaiah Jackson, the great junior. I don't know if that works. I just wanted to throw another great in there. If you know, you know.
I'm just so fluid. I'm gonna make a compilation of every time at the end of your spiels of your that's neither here nor there. That's either here nor there.
That's like my coming back in bounds type of word. Like, you know, I'll say something wild and be like, oh, I gotta come back. That's the neither here nor there. You know, it's like a boomerang. You gotta worry about where it's going because it's coming back.
Oh my god! See, that's you got a point there. I ain't even gonna fight you with that. But Justin says, "Man, awesome show, guys. We appreciate you as always. 2023, we're gonna try to do more collabs. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got one last thing.
Hey, lay it on us.
I don't know how we need to do this, but Justin, can you please find a way to make your way into AEW management? Because I feel like under your wing, bro, I feel like AEW could do some things, man. They really could. Because Justin be knowing what the common sense that Tony Khan should know. You don't need no Bryan Danielson. He need Justin. That's what he need.
Yeah, exactly.
Going into 2024, it's what AEW needed, Justin, man. And I ain't even trying to be funny whatsoever. It's like legit. He be making more sense than they ever do.
That's low. He got a point there. You Loki got a huge ass point. And so Justin bring Justin into AEW make AEW great again. We gonna get Justin right, man.
Gonna restore that feeling.
Yes, exactly. We gonna get Justin right, man. So, like as always, we appreciate you. We appreciate Justin. Like I said, we're gonna try to be back tomorrow, man. We're gonna make our ways back through here. We're gonna have the Chicago Bears have been eliminated from playoff contention, but they won today.
I ain't even care. I ain't even watch. Why even have heartbreak?
I said they was gonna win 8 games, and I got laughed at. And then I pushed it down to 5 because I was getting bullied. And now they had 7 wins. They need 1 more. See over here. That's what happens, man.
That's what happens when you don't believe in women wrestling, man. It's just like it affects you.
No, I do believe in women's wrestling. I just don't believe in your women's wrestling. Devin has the women's wrestling where Devin has that Kenny Omega where it's just like, all right, go out there and have fun. Go out there. Go out there and tickle each other.
No, that's not me, man. I'm telling you, we telling intriguing stories. We building up people. We gonna make you invested. We gonna make you care. We gonna make your mama care about these wrestlers. Man, you know, Devin, your mom will be walking past like, I can't believe she doing that.
Man, Devin, that's the thing, man. Devin gonna have Maxine Dupree at like the main event of Survivor Series, man. That's his problem.
After months of development, maybe so. Maybe
after months, she's had at least a couple years of development.
I'm saying once we got to that stage, that's how far I would plan it. If I was to say, yeah, I'm gonna put Maxine Dupree in Survivor Series, I'm planning it first from months ahead. Ain't nobody gonna know about it. I ain't Tony Khan. I'm not gonna leave my pages out on the floor where everybody can see.
See, at least I know your storylines will be fire, but your wrestling, your in-ring performances is where it's gonna hurt at. That's what I'm
an old school guy. I'm like Bret Hart. You know, you be making fun of me for watching old wrestling, but you can learn a lot. There's some things that just never change. You know, that's the issue. Like, it don't take that much to tell a story. All you gotta do is make a facial expression, like, you know, it's the little things. And AEW, I ain't gonna just throw that on. It's in general, like it's the little things that count.
Devin gonna have that wrestling promotion, and this rivalry all started once he sneezed in the locker room. The other guy took offense to it, and now we're here to this very day. It's like 4 months later. Like 4 months later. It's like, bro, I even forgot I even sneezed that day. It's like, well, what he mad at me for? It's like on Dragon Ball Z, where it's like Broly is beefing with Goku because Goku was crying, like as a baby, and Broly like, what, bro? Like, you guys are babies. Like, that's your job to cry. Like, it just don't make any sense to me.
You funny for that. And hopefully nobody ever books wrestling as a Dragon Ball Z. Because
it's you.
You had no viewers. We get straight to the point and call it a day.
You calling me for lunch? I ain't calling you for dinner.
That's it. Throw hands.
Throw hands. But look, we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We always have a whole lot of fun. And look, man, tune in tomorrow. We will be live for the new year, 2024. We will officially be involved in the bidding war of 2020. Not us, but we're going to be in tune with the bidding war of 2024. And the road to WrestleMania. We're on there. My favorite time of the year, road to WrestleMania. We're going to be in tune with that. You're going to be seeing us a whole lot more. So stay in tune. Thank you so much for watching. And, of course, we'll see you. If I can find this end button, we'll see you guys next time.
Del Morgan going to win the women's Money in the Bank this year, and that's all I'm going to say.
You don't believe that.
Liv Morgan to do, man. You want her to?
I want her to beat competition. That's what I want. She hasn't been convincing at all. She was getting her ass beat by Becky Lynch, ass beat by Rhea Ripley.
Becky Lynch had to cheat to beat her. They literally bring that up in the story. No, come back here. No. You not finna rain on my Liv Morgan parade, dog.
Let's move on.
No, we not moving on. No.
Y'all ain't see that. Y'all ain't see that.
Homie, I'm leading the way. DG on top. How about you keeping the lane? Lead them away. I don't